Hi, and welcome back to this next module in StrategyOS covering strategic themes. I'm John Strickler, founder and coach at Horizon Line Group. This module continues our series helping leaders build strategy and execute their vision. In this module, I'll cover why strategy matters, how to use strategy to set direction for your business, and then we'll run exercises on evaluating context, creating strategic themes, and creating your go-to-market theme. You should be able to run these exercises for your business by following along in this module. From our introduction to StrategyOS, you'll recall that we first define a business model to run in the StrategyOS process. This module focuses on the middle elements of strategy that link plans to the positioning. The elements are themes, the priority ways to deliver the vision, outcomes, results desired in the next about 3 years, and measures, how we track our success. This module focuses on themes, and in the next module, we'll focus on the other two elements to create a scorecard for your business. Strategy items organize and set direction for action by describing a future that is 2 to 5 years out as we work toward the positioning. Most teams use 3 years. It is a time frame that can reasonably be imagined from where they are today on their way toward the long-term vision. Very early teams may use 2-year time frame, while mature teams might go as far out as 5 years. Strategy connects the near-term actions of plans to the long-term why of positioning. We use the term strategy here because it is the design that achieves the overall aim set by mission, vision, and values. Strategy organizes and sets direction for action so that near-term plans work toward your long-term positioning. So once we have them, how do we put themes into practice? First, communicate them widely to remind everyone about your themes, to help them focus on priorities and to set direction. Use them to structure the organization to ensure there are roles that support delivering each theme. And to organize iterative rocks that deliver initiatives to close the gap between where we are today and the destination set by the themes. We use themes to set direction for periodic planning refreshes, and at council and other execution meetings, we'll uncover issues, ideas, and insights about whether teams feel like the themes still have good relevance, progress, and mood. Before we start the modules exercises, let me remind you, you'll get the best results when key leadership works together in a workshop format. Run all exercises with a trusted and committed group that can help you build compelling ideas for all the business model components. These exercises are part of a series of exercises designed to create your entire business model, working over a couple of half to 3/4 length days, and then to practice execution in another half day. Allow about 1 hour for the context discussion exercise, 45 minutes for the theme exercise, and 1.25 hours for the go-to-market exercise. You may need more time for larger teams or if you like more debate. I will continue to use formula roofing as an example to demonstrate how exercises work. We ran their workshop virtually with 6 members of the leadership team using a virtual whiteboard called Envision. We will continue to capture the elements of the business model on this worksheet. Okay, now let's focus on understanding context. Context impacts strategy through internal resources and capabilities relative to external trends. There have been textbooks written describing how to evaluate business context. Business school MBAs spend hours practicing the many ways to evaluate context. After years trying to master these complex concepts, I've concluded that the best way to understand context is to get really good at talking to your customers and to employees and to partners. Regularly discover issues, ideas, and insights about what could affect achieving your vision from these conversations and share them among your team. You can break context into its 2 pieces. First, you respond to context with your internal abilities and unique capabilities. It helps to use a structure for this, like the balanced scorecard model. It considers financial results at the top that are delivered by the customer value you create through your products and services and by your internal processes that deliver them. And then these are enabled by core capabilities at the bottom that allow for learning and growth. Secondly, context impacts success and how your business needs to respond to external factors that are trends in the business environment. These trends consider the topics and sources listed here, most notably the current status and changes in customer preferences, competition, and evolution of the industry. You can organize these ideas using SWOT. When I do this, I do not distinguish between opportunities and threats, but consider that any external threat can either help or hurt your business, depending on how you react. You should take advantage of any important trends before they can disrupt your business. Start the context exercise by practicing the best way to understand context. Have everyone in the workshop pitch what they have learned from talking to customers, employees, and partners. Reserve 45 minutes total for everyone to discuss their ideas and insights about what could affect achieving your vision from these conversations. If you have 6 people on your team, each person will get about 7 minutes. Help everyone to prepare before the meeting using the prompt on this slide so they are ready to bring good ideas and are succinct about what they see as priorities. After everyone has given their pitch, run a brief exercise to make the ideas discussed specific. Ask everyone to share what they took away as the most important context items that could affect the strategy. Share and discuss, group similar ideas, vote to highlight top ideas, and then remember these to help develop themes in the next exercise. Looking at the formula roofing example, start with a board that reminds all of the context topics. Let participants start to share ideas and build more ideas. When ideas flow, people discuss what they wrote and group ideas. And then vote on the groupings within each column to identify the most important ideas, which will carry into the next exercise. The final result here is what was used to help develop their themes. This prepares us for the 3-year destination statement exercise to create strategic themes. In preparation for the exercise, review what destination statements are and why they're important. As we do for all exercises, participants should review the concepts prior to the exercise to come with ideas. This table summarizes destination statement concepts with some examples. It is good to reference as you brainstorm ideas and run the exercise. Destination statements are a description of the organization as if the strategy has been successfully implemented. The time frame is typically 3 years out, but it could be sooner for younger companies or longer for more mature companies. For priority destination statements, we will develop them into our strategic themes. The second column gives a few examples, and the last column gives perspectives you might consider to describe the destinations. This slide gives directions and the prompt for the destination statement exercise. Notice the approach is similar as what we use for other exercises. After discussing the previous slide and discussing the context exercise, write your suggestions on Post-it notes. First, share your ideas around revenue and margins for the future date, and then share other attributes you believe are most important. Group as you discuss each one. Vote to isolate the most important groupings, and then reflect on the results. Are the top results the most important ones? Do the top results work toward the positioning and vision? Modify them if you need. And then for top results, modify wording and give them titles that are the themes. Here's the example from Formula Roofing. Starting with a board that has a prompt on it, first have each person write their revenue and margin goals for the end of the next 3 years. Then start to add other destination statements. When everyone has a few ideas on the board, group related ideas as they are discussed by the person who wrote them. When all ideas are out, get agreement around revenue and margin targets, and then vote for the other destination statement groups that are most important. Take time to evaluate results to ensure they reflect priorities and work toward the positioning vision. Move top statements to the business model worksheet, give them theme titles, and refine wording until all feel good about the results. Once you're comfortable with the other themes, dig into the go-to-market theme. First, review the pieces of the go-to-market theme and why they're important. As for all exercises, you get the best results when participants review the concepts prior to the exercises as pre-work to come in with some ideas. This table summarizes the 4 parts of the go-to-market theme with examples. It's good to reference as you brainstorm ideas and run the exercise. Your go-to-market theme is how you will sell and win business. This structure is borrowed from Traction. The elements are listed and summarized with examples in this table. Ideal customer, uniques, proven sales process, and guarantee. Each of the columns gives a few examples. George Group is an example from a company I worked early in my career. I carried their practices through the examples to show some consistency. You should be familiar with the other examples, and you can have others in your group give examples they like. This slide gives directions and the prompt for the go-to-market exercise. The approach is like what we use for other exercises. Looking at the formula roofing example, ideas start in the categories of go-to-market and expand across the different elements. Once ideas are all out for all columns, discuss and group. Take plenty of time here to ensure understanding. Through discussion, the formula team felt pretty good about their target customers. We then voted on the uniques to identify the top 3 for the business. The team also felt pretty good about the process they already had in place for sales. They have their sales stages defined in their CRM. Through discussion and voting, we quickly got to what they wanted to use as their guarantee. We transferred results to the business model worksheet the next day and wordsmithed until the team felt good about the results. Your go-to-market theme will likely require additional work to detail your target customers and break your sales into its key steps and define your sales funnel. Continue to work on and refine your go-to-market theme with your sales team. With these themes in place, the team had completed their business model worksheet for positioning and strategy. Once finished, refer to the themes often and use them in the ways we discussed at the beginning of this module. Okay, that completes the strategic themes module. From this module, you should feel comfortable creating your own themes for your business. In the next module, I'll cover exercises to create your scorecard, and in future module, we'll create the other levels of the business model, and I'll help you adopt practices and tools needed for success. You can find all the modules on the Horizon Line Group website, along with more guidance. See you in the next module, and thanks for participating.